Hey Mimos, what's up? I've got a broken back from moving around melamine. Man, that stuff is heavy. If you haven't used melamine before, that is probably its #1 drawback is how heavy it is. A sheet of that weighs several thousand pounds at least. The only way to deal with it is you've got to be able to cut it up somehow into smaller, manageable sized pieces before you bring it into your shop. The other drawback to melamine is that it can chip. Here's just a scrap piece I cut, and it's actually not too bad, but it has these itty bitty little chip outs here and there. You know, for a closet project, it's not too bad, but if you're going to use this for something nice, you definitely want to make sure that you've got some sharp blades. On the table saw, I used the fine tooth blade, but mine's kind of old. And right this minute, my wife is upstairs organizing the new craft closet. She put some stuff in it for the photograph for the thumbnail yesterday, but she didn't really want it that way. It's going to be a lot more packed. Okay, let's get right to the winners of the Safety Day contest. I was really blown away by how many people entered. There were over 3,500 tips that all of you left. Thank you all for entering, and I think it's great because we can leave that video up there, and so in the future people will always be able to read through those comments and, you know, pick up a safety tip. Okay, we'll just start right out. The winner of the pair of grip blocks is Nathan Longfellow, whose comment was always wear your safety glasses and never stand directly in line of the blade when making a cut on the table saw. That is a really good advice because, as I've said before, I think most table saw injuries are because of kickback. Standing it to the side is good because then if it kicks back, it's going to, well, in my case, it would hit this wall over here. So thanks, Nathan, and congratulations. We'll be sending you out a pair of grip blocks. And the winner of the gripper is John Hobson, who has, his comment was, no matter how many times you've done a certain task, never take safety for granted or get complacent with your machinery. That's when accidents happen. I think that's really my #1 safety tip that kind of encompasses everything, is to respect your tools. Those tools have a lot of power, and if you use them a lot, you start to just get familiar with them and you don't really think about the power behind those. So congratulations, John. We'll be sending you out a gripper. Look, it's Kitty. Thank you all again for entering, and thank you Microjig for supplying those prizes. I've got 3 items of show and tell this week. I want to start with Mark Hack. Mark Hack, thank you very much for your gift. This was a what he sent me. This is a drill bit set, 100 of them. That should last me for the rest of my life. But the nice thing about it is that they have a lot of these are these brad point bits. I don't have any brad point bits, so those are kind of nice to use because it'll go right into a starter hole and avoid the wandering bit syndrome. He also included this book. It's the Home Workshop Storage book. All sorts of storage solutions for your workshop. I hope I can use some of these, modify them, and those will be in future videos. And this is really cool. Remember last week I made the flower pots, and the second time I made them, my bevels were off, and it's because my table saw, I can't really get an accurate measurement on those bevels. So Patrick Breen, thank you for this. This is one of those digital angle gauges that I mentioned in, I think, last week's Mirror Minutes. And what you do is it's got magnets on the bottom, so you would set this right on your blade of the table saw, and then you can zero it out and then crank it to whatever angle you want. So that's gonna be really handy. So thanks again, Patrick, I really appreciate that. And finally, I wanna thank somebody, I don't know who, somebody sent me this set of self-centering bits. You know, you could use them for drilling holes for hinges. It came in the mail and there was no note attached to it. So if you sent these through me, send me an email, let me know, and thank you a lot. Did you all make Mother's Day gifts? If you did make a Mother's Day gift, don't forget, you can post it over on my Facebook page. That would be fun to see. I suppose a lot of you will post them after Mother's Day because you don't want to give away the surprise if your mom is a friend of you on Facebook. So I'm not going to have a regular project video next Friday because I'll be at the Weekend with Wood in Iowa, and hopefully I'll be picking up some great new ideas and techniques, and I can share them with all of you. I'm gonna meet the wood whisperers. Hey, did you guys notice the new music in yesterday's video? It's composed by Tom Isaacson. So I've been working with him and we're trying to come up with kind of a background theme. And I really like the way it's headed right now, but I'd love to know what you think, and we'll be tweaking it a little bit more too. But I also want to thank David Lloyd, who composed the new background music that I'm using in Ask Mimo segment, if you saw that earlier in this week. And that one I think really fits well with that. So let me know what you think about those songs. And I'm still kind of riding the viral wave of my inkjet to wood transfer video. It's kind of crazy the way that thing is taken off. It even appeared on, you know, the Cheeseburger Network fail blog. My son sent me a text from school saying, hey, you're on fail blog. So that was kind of cool. Oh, I got a movie recommendation for you too. If you are fans of Metallica, this week we saw Through the Never. If you like concert movies, this one is really, really good. I rank it up there with like Stop Making Sense, which is one of my favorite concert movies. So if you're fans of Metallica, and even if you're not fans of Metallica, I think you might like this movie. If you guys have any concert film recommendations, leave them down in the comments. I'd love to see some more of those. Lately, I've been getting into a lot of electronic music. There's a lot of electronic duos right now that I really like Capital Cities and Broken Bells and Fantagram. I've really been getting into them. I think right now has some of the best music that I've heard in a long, long time, really. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a good week. I don't know if I'll have a mere minute next week because I'll be at the Weekend with Wood conference, but maybe and I won't have my editing software and all that. Maybe I'll shoot something on my phone though, and I could just upload some raw footage. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon.